Psychopath1 here. Finally, gonna do another review for you guys. Um, I've been planning this review for months. I beat the game months and months ago. Uh, so here it is. Twisted Metal PS3, or as I call it, Twist Metal 8. Uh, I've been with the series from the very beginning. Started off with 2, then played 4, then played 3, then played Small Brawl, which I actually used to own Small Brawl, but got I was an idiot and I gave it away. Yeah. Now I can't find it in stores, and it's cheap online. Don't get me wrong, but I don't really want to buy it online. But anyways, I played them all. The last one I played before I played Black was Twisted Metal 1. And I can forgive it for its shoddy gameplay because it is kind of shoddy. You've got clunky controls, but it's their first game, so yeah. And it was one of the launch titles for the PS1. So, anyways, I figured this would have been the launch title for the PS3. I kept on waiting and waiting uh, for a new Choice Metal game to come out for PS3, and finally in 2012 they gave us this. Do I like it? We'll see. Um, what we've got, instead of having every character and vehicle, every character having their own vehicle, this time what we've got is 3 characters: Dollface, Sweet Tooth, and Mr. Grimm. Um, why they did that, I think I know the reason why they did that. Thinking of getting 16 characters total throughout the entire list of characters in the movies, because it's live action movies mixed with CGI. Uh, that would have cost a lot of money, and they put a lot of work into this game. I if you played this game, you can see all the work they put into this game. I really have not found any glitches like that interrupted the gameplay. Um, the health trucks kind of annoyed me. Like, they're good for getting your health back, don't get me wrong, but damn it, they run right into you. And you don't expect it because you're too busy shooting all of the other opponents. And they tried to switch up the gameplay too, which uh, there are some good sides and bad sides to this. The good sides, I liked the death race things, or battle races. Um, I did not like the moving electric cage matches. I did not like that. The boss battle with Iron Maiden, not the band Iron Maiden, but like a giant doll face right there. Um, it was annoying. I wanted to pull my hair out. Oh, and the the race I did not like was the checkpoint race at the end of the game. Spoilers, will ensue in this game review. Um, Here's why I hated the checkpoint race. If you miss like 3 checkpoints, you have to start the whole race over again. I must have restarted it about 15, 16 times, which is pretty bad. For as long as I've been playing the Twist Metal games, that's pretty bad. Um, Alpha Omega Sin, I'd love him to do a review on this to see what. I know he liked it. He said it in one of his videos that it is a good game. He mentioned it, but I I'm not conflicted with this game. I loved the characters. I loved the artwork. I loved the overall soundtrack. The soundtrack was badass. I'm not a big Avenged Sevenfold fan, but the song they picked was damn awesome. Natural Born Killers is the name of it. I think it's off of their new album Nightmares. Uh, Leave a comment down below telling me what album it's on. It says add-on content. There is no add-on content unless you count when it was released. The only add-on content that I know of is Axel, and he was free for the people who bought the game on day one. And he became a free download when you downloaded the online pass uh, later on. I rented this game twice. On the second time, when I got the Wi-Fi at my place, I put in the code. I didn't even think it was gonna work because it was a rental, but the code worked, and I am glad because the online for this is awesome if you can get it to work because the servers are pretty damn. I don't know the right word for it. Blockaded, low. I don't really know. But this game was fun, and now it's time to get into the story. First story, Sweet Tooth, my favorite Twisted Metal character out of all the games. One that would come close would have to be Spectre. Spectre's a really cool vehicle. Ghost Missile. So Sweet Tooth, his whole reason for being in the contest is he's hunting down a woman, uh, like a teenage girl, and he thinks that he is a serial killer, and he wants this particular girl dead because it was part of his first murders, and he doesn't like unfinished business. So he enters the contest, and hey, he's a serial killer, so he's gonna have fun killing people in this contest. And what happens is we get flashbacks about why Sweet Tooth is the way he is. It never explains how his hair catches on fire, but it explains where the mask comes from. It explains like what Needles Kane or Marcus Kane, Sweet Tooth, looked like without the mask. So finally, we get to see what Sweet Tooth looks like pre-mask and pre face paint. So that was really cool. We discover that he's got a family, and then we get to the wish. There's three cutscenes for each character, plus two extra for the end credits. I won't spoil the ending credits cutscenes, but if you want to see them, just type in epilogue Twisted Metal PS3 and you'll find it on YouTube. But Sweet Tooth gets his wish, but Calypso, because he kind of fucks people over all the time, uh, pretty much transports Sweet Tooth into a coffin, and Sweet Tooth ends up saying, "Where's my goddamn prize, Calypso?" And it turns out the prize was already dead. The girl killed herself, and she's been rotting away inside her coffin as a skeleton. And the skeleton is all over Sweet Tooth, and he's trying to get out of the coffin, but somehow the coffin is buried all the way down, pretty much all the way down to the end of the earth. And I'm like, what? And then it flows right into Mr. Grimm's story. Mr. Grimm's story is sad, and you normally can't say that about Twisted Metal storylines unless you count Twisted Metal Black because there's a lot of sad storylines in that one. Freaky, but still sad. Mr. Grimm, his father was a extreme sports motorbike athlete, and Mr. Grimm used to watch his father all the time when they'd go on the road. And what happens? Somebody ends up shooting his father, and uh, later on in life, now as an adult, he ends up turning into a total asshole, killing people, robbing people, uh, doing drugs, stuff like that. And he enters the contest hoping to change the past. So very similar to the Outlaw ending from Twisted Metal Black. This is pretty much Twisted Metal Black 2. Got It's got some of the same cars, the same design of Sweet Tooth, both in the face and in the vehicle. Um, don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. There's Crimson Fury, which I was really surprised to see Crimson Fury in this game. Haven't seen that vehicle since, not counting Twisted Metal Head On, but I haven't seen Crimson Fury since Twisted Metal 1. So it was kind of nice to see. Um, so we discover exactly how Mr. Grimm was treated as a kid, but then we get a total interruption in the middle cutscene by Preacher. Preacher's in this game, but he doesn't play a big role. He wants to destroy Calypso's Tower of Sin, which is pretty much just a big skyscraper in New York City, and he gets killed by Calypso. He doesn't make a wish, I don't think, but he ends up getting trapped inside the Tower of Sin, which the true form of the Tower of Sin happens to be a huge insane asylum in the middle of hell. So I thought that was pretty cool. Um, so he pretty much died for nothing. Um, but then the ending to Mr. Grimm, uh, he gets his wish. He gets transported back to the past. Not to play shitty games, but sarcastic. Sorry, had to put a angry video game nerd joke in there. But anyways, uh, Mr. Grimm gets his wish, but what ends up happening is the little kid version of Grimm ends up thinking that the adult Grimm is just a sicko trying to kill his father. And what happens is the car crashes, and then Kid Grimm ends up grabbing the gun and shooting adult Grimm in the face, and then it cuts right into Dollface's story, which this one was the most fucked up out of all three storylines in this game. What we've got is Krista Sparks, who was originally Grasshopper in Twisted Metal 2. If anybody remembers the ending to that one, Krista Sparks turned out to be Calypso's daughter. In this one, Krista Sparks is a model. Uh, she's she's so obsessed with fame, and she kills people in order to get the walk on the big carpet or big runway, and she she gets pretty much a cut on her face, and she creates a big deal out of it. So she goes to a doctor, and he pretty much puts the doll face mask on her. And when she goes back to get it off, the doctor happened to have ran away with her money. And so she's trapped in the mask, and she has a choice. What will she wish for? Will she wish for freedom, or will she wish for the the fame and fortune of a supermodel? Well, she wishes for a supermodel and ends up getting run over on the runway by Calypso. Well, not by Calypso, but the airplane crushes her. We don't see it, but we pretty much get the idea that the runway is a airport runway, and the airplane comes and crushes her. And then the game ends, cut to credits, and we get to hear Dracula by Rob Zombie. Um, I was really surprised to hear NWA's Straight Outta Compton in this. I love NWA, one of my favorite rap groups. And I don't listen to a whole lot of rap, but hey, I like NWA. I don't like Ice Cube's solo work or Dr. Dre's solo work, but I did like Eazy's solo work. Um, but anyways, what we got with the levels is the first level is Sun Springs, California. Um, Pretty much just a traditional twist metal fight. Kill everybody, go to the next level. Second level, pretty much the same thing, just kill all the people, then go to the next level. Now the third level is where it gets hard. You have to do the you have to do the uh, electric cage match in uh, it's pretty much New York City, but I forget what they call it. Uh, and it's Christmas themed. Oh, and the second level is Black Rock Stadium, which is a terrific and beautiful looking level. Um, Level 4 is Watkins Harbor, which you have to verse a Juggernaut, which is frustrating. He spawns vehicles and spawns more vehicles, and you have to kill him before he fills up the entire level. You're allowed to have a maximum of 10 vehicles on screen. So, yeah, you've got that. And the 10 vehicles includes Juggernaut. Um, and then you get to level 5, which. Okay, I guess I'm skipping over level 5 because I can't remember. But level 6, you're back in Sun Springs, California, and you gotta verse 2 Hammerhead trucks. But they're called the Brothers Grimm. Nice play on that name. Um, and then for uh, Mr. Grimm's storyline, the first level is Diesel City. Second level is uh, an amusement park, which I think that's an electric cage match. Um, then the other levels are just repeated from Sweet Tooth, except for the Black Rock Stadium isn't in it. And then Dollface, the final level, not counting the boss battle, uh, the final race is a checkpoint race, and like I said, it's terrible. You have to have a fast car like all races, but you've also got to get all those checkpoints. Like I said, can only miss 3, but you've got to get almost all of them. And the final boss, uh, beautiful, terrific final boss. Sweet Tooth Carnival of Carnage. I was expecting to hear ICP's Carnival of Carnage, but not couldn't get that lucky. It would have worked well for the level too because it looked great. It looked like something ICP would have put in one of their videos, and I'm sure Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope would have loved this game. Because the last level has them written all over it. Uh, it's a 3-part battle. The first part is you're outside of Sweet Tooth's carnival, which is a driving carnival vehicle. Second part you're inside the vehicle, killing the insides of it. In the final part of the boss battle, you're up in the air as Talon, the flying helicopter vehicle, and you're dropping Sweet Tooth's trucks into the top of the head. And once you get that done, you get that. So, what do I give Twist Metal 3? Look, Twist Metal PS3. Mm, because it's so classic with the gameplay, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's a good way to reintroduce people to the franchise. So, anyways, hopefully you all enjoyed. I'm Psychopath1c, signing off. Catch y'all later. Peace.